Guys, we got another episode of the Florencio Files. Let's go down here in the bottom left-hand side, unaware of the fact that he's facing off against an absolute god. It is Pilot. Has the 20-year anniversary decal. I like it. And obviously this is an older replay since it is on Blackpink, but I don't think I've cast this one before. These were some replays which I'd missed out on casting, which he'd sent me a while ago and I'd somehow missed. Up here in the top right, in the blue, the Protoss player. It is Florencio. What? Is this replay broken? Did I miss? I think the game is broken. Right? The fuck? Where are they? Oh, shit! Oh! I was so confused! I couldn't understand what was happening! I just rewound the replay. I was like, what? I think this replay is broken. Oh! Holy shit. Hey, it's just a probe scout. I'm just a probe scout. I'm just a probe scout. Scout. I'm just a probe scout. I was like, what? Why is there an echo when you're speaking? Wait, why do you look like you're shimmer? I feel like you're shimmering a little bit there, buddy. Like what? What? Oh, this fucker, man. Look at. Oh my god, you beautiful fucking piece of shit. The sewer mermaid in action. He has made 12 probes. Look like one. Behind this, he's rebooting. Of course, he says, "Good luck, have fun." So his opponent's typing. This matchup, I tell you. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And the reveal, it's coming. And he goes for the A move. He's completely caught with his pants down. Pilot shits the bed. Half of his SCVs get surrounded and killed before he can even pull them away. And Pilot, oh my god, he has been scared shitless. He has definitely got liquid poo dripping down his leg right now. His shoes are filling out up. He is afraid, he is scared. He cancels his barracks. He's going to try and build SCVs, but these probes are on the hunt, man. There's another probe starting up behind this. Florencio's single probe at home finally mined enough to get another probe, and I think that's another probe joining the action here. It's still 12 probes up against 12 SCVs, but the SCVs are damaged. They're going to turn and fight, though. Oh, no, he's got auto repair on. That's actually really bad there for Pilot. If all your workers are on auto repair, then they won't fight. There we go. He's deactivated the auto repair, and they'll just sit there drilling each other. While the probes do that. You can't win, says Pilot. Oh no, he's getting cocky. He thinks he's gonna win because he can keep building SCVs. Oh, Pilot. Oh no. Don't shit talk the sewer mermaid. He feeds on that shit. He feeds on it. He's a sewer mermaid. No. Don't. Oh no. Pilot here's like, I've got the advantage. I've fucking got this one in the bag. Look at this fucking drilly boys. They're standing there. They're like, just get out. You're an idiot. I've won this game, you idiot. Haha. Just leave. Meanwhile, little does he know, Florencio's built like 4 probes at home and they're all fucking mining their faces off. Oh, they're both going into the patch. They're both having a bit of an orgy there. What is even going on? Oh my god, I feel like I'm watching a procreation video. This is like in school when they show you someone giving birth for the first time. Oh, I don't even know what I was just looking at, but I didn't think it would look like that. You know, you're kind of surprised. You're like, it comes out of there? Ugh. You get a little bit freaked out as a young child who's learning how the fucking world works. But I'm pretty sure the SCVs were the ones doing more of the drilling, and the probes are on the receiving end that time. So after an impressive start, it seems like Pilot's big, thick drill defense has managed to hang on. These probes going to continue to harass, using those shields to be as annoying as possible. But some of the SCVs back to mining. A small detachment set to defense. SCV production has started up. Florencio going to keep harassing. Oh, one probe goes down there, but he's wasting a ton of mining time. Is Florencio. He's got to get out of there, though. Another probe goes down. There's only 4 remaining, but he's got 6 probes back up at home. He's starting to attack the depot, luring the SCVs away again. Florencio here being an absolute shithead, just trying to distract his opponent. You know, I often talk about how a good strategy in StarCraft is to simply piss your opponent off. Well, that's exactly what Florencio is doing right now. His opponent convinced these are Florencio's only and last probes, not realizing there was enough minerals to build one single probe behind this, and that one probe has turned into 9 probes. Left alone start to multiply at an alarming rate. Pilot here can't get too cocky in this game. He keeps pulling every single SCV to fight 3 probes. Pilot, no! Florencio here, just wasting so much of his opponent's mining time. The sewer mermaid at it again, slowly spreading feces around and trying to give his opponent pink eye. The drilly boys come out though. They do say, "Nuh-uh, you're not gonna fart bare ass on this pillow right here, mate. I know how pink eye spreads, and I'm not gonna let it happen, alright?" Little does he know, there's already a fucking game plan behind it. Florencio, of course, trying to contract gonorrhea. He's going to very slowly build an economy, add gases, and add some tech units. Wouldn't be surprised to see some colossi, some chad rays, some real green discharge sort of army composition. The sort of stuff that spreads terribly. The sort of shit that definitely is going to cause a burning sensation. That's what Florencio's aiming for. Pilot here, he's thinking about the pink eye. It's all that's on his mind, but little does he know that he's in trouble. Oh, that SCV almost gets surrounded there. These probes still being a gigantic pain in the arse. The SCVs come back here. They're going to try and trap them. The probes, once again, using the mineral walking to get on out of there. This is an incredible start to this match here. Florencio up at 21 probes versus 14 SCVs. The orbital command is still not done. A Marine finally enters the fray. Pilot actually a little bit worried, and that's the stuff. Injects some recall right into those probes. Florencio gets his hit, starts going on the gas, building extra pylons. He's going to start teching up. Florencio says, "Damn." And of course, it starts with selling the story of it was 1 worker coming in the base, but it was actually 12. It follows up with you pretending you think you're losing, even though you're pretty fucking confident right now. He says, "Damn, how many workers you got?" Pilot says 80, clearly very happy with this turn of circumstances. And Florencio says, "Terran is so OP." But will Pilot be fucking tricked? I don't think so. He drops the scan and says, "You motherfucker." Florencio says, "Hi." "How you doing, buddy?" Realizing he's being caught out, trying to sell a little bit of a fib in this. "You will not win," says Pilot. Florencio says, "I've got 3 bases." The shit is flowing right out of his mouth in this game. Absolute fucking lies. We've got a second gas on the way for Pilot. A Reaper's out. Pilot is not happy with how this game has gone. I feel like Pilot right now has a little bit of a rage boner. Is like, "No, you can't pull your workers into my base and win is bullshit." Right now, he's got the Reaper, and this is the first time he's going to try and counter swing to the opponent's side of the map, but he's really got some work to do. The first Stalker's almost out. The natural starting to saturate here for Florencio, and one little angry boy with a jetpack. I don't know if this is going to do that much. Let's see how well Pilot can micro. Let's see. He finally gets to swing back in this match. He's going to go in and focus the high hit point probes rather than the red hit point one. He's going to spread the damage out. Oh my god, he's graduated from Florencio's science school. Is this one of Florencio's students? Did you see the way he targeted 4 separate probes in that main base? Brilliant targeting. Once again, going to be using that regen mechanic, of course, to work against himself. Does end up backing out there, and the Reaper says, "Haha, I did lots of damage spread across many units, so now they'll all be afraid of me." Florencio says, "This is a Stalker, but you know what? I feel nice. I'll let you do your drugs in peace. I have a recall addiction myself, so I understand what it's like." The Reaper says, "Nah, fuck you, let's fight. I'm gonna come back. Actually, nah, I'm gonna go to your side of the map now, because I guess that's what we're doing." Pilot's gonna come forward. A couple of Marines versus Stalker. The Stalker throws a frozen shitsicle into the face of that one Marine. He goes, "Ow! Who knew a frozen turd could hurt so much?" The Stalker's gonna run up here. Florencio with some impressive decision making. Once again, we're gonna try and figure out what the idea is here, but I think it's, he actually traps his own Stalker to lure Pilot into a false sense of fucking supremacy. Pilot feels like he's winning now. It's the mind game. Brilliant maneuver by Florencio there, running the Stalker into a corner to get it killed. Now we know his opponent is in a bad psychological state. Yeah, for sure. That's yeah. Marines, Stim, Command Center. I mean, you know what? Maybe Pilot can get back in this match. Maybe. It's not looking great. There's a third Nexus on the way. This Reaper has not done a lot in this game. He's going to throw a random grenade and then back the hell out of there. These Stalkers shooing that Reaper out of this base, and he is going to meet. Oh my god, you see that? Little bits of frozen shit flew off everywhere when he died. Ugh, gross. And up here, we've got more probes. Oh my god, Warp Prism speed is on the way, as well as a Colossi and a Warp Prism. Florencio, easy there. You might just get me a little bit excited if you actually go for a speed Colossi drop. Does get supply blocked on the Prism, so we do know it's not Neeb playing. Neeb hasn't really been at his house too much in these games we're casting today, has he? I mean, we've seen Neeb in the past usually take the controller from Florencio many times throughout the series, but we'll have to see when that speed Prism comes out. He cancels it and builds another Colossi. He's going to do a 4 Stalker, 1 Colossi push. He's actually added another Nexus to the control group. Oh my god, the evolution of Florencio. Hot damn. Marines and Marauders gonna move across. Oh no. Little do they know, it's a fucking trap. Frozen poopsicles, giant fiery fucking lasers. The thermal lance of that Colossi caressing those Marines' fucking faces. A bunch of them go down. The Stalkers and Colossi gonna chase. The Marines gonna slowly waddle their little way back to their base. Do they have anything to fall back to? Not a lot. Stalkers and Colossi. Oh my god, Florencio, the dickhead that he is, he says fun. Even as he's marching in for what appears to be a victory swoop. I mean, it is just 5 Stalkers and a Colossi. No reinforcement weapons or anything like that. Okay, you are really good, says Pilot. I feel like he's not being totally serious about that. I think he's kind of saying it like, yeah, you're really good, you fucking piece of shit. He stims forward, Vikings come forward, Marines and Marauders jump on top, and Florencio's army, one-way tripper to Cucktown. Oh my god. Oh, that was brutal. That army just got shat on. Florencio, of course, will have a lot of stuff behind it. The Vikings gonna have to land here. Those Vikings will be able to finish off those Stalkers. Florencio, not a man for too many words right now, rebuilding his Stalkers and Colossi. Still no Warp Gate research. Still only Speed Prism is the only upgrade. Actually, he's adding extended Thermal Lance now as well. Feel like he wants to make his Thermal Lance a little bit bigger so he can caress those Marines and Marauders from a little bit further away. Give them a bit of a fiery massage. What's going to be next? And now 3 Stargates. The logical transition. Remember, guys, if you're watching at home, you're learning. Normally, once you get 5 or 6 Stalkers and a Colossi out off 3-gate Robo, you go 3 Stargates, a 2nd Cybernetic score, and you swap into Mass Air. This is the standard way to play Protoss vs. Terran. So if you guys trying to learn the meta, you've come to the right place. If you want to get good, that's the strat. Got +1 air weapons on the way. The Vikings come in. The Stalkers shoot one of them out of the air. Not the fastest jet-fueled fighter, is it? The Viking, a little bit of a silly thing. Gonna slowly float home. Behind this, we've got Marines, we've got Marauders. A siege tank starts up. A 3rd barracks is on the way. A double drop preparing. 1 drop to the main, 1 drop to the 3rd. Gonna do some multi-prong, is Pilot here, but still on 2 bases up against 3. And Florencio here in the lead in this game. The triple Stargate, what tech will it be? A Fleet Beacon goes, I think he's just gonna go Mass Tempest, isn't he? Couple of Chads start up right now. Got this drop going down, a 4th base on the way for Florencio as well. Gonna have to see exactly what goes on. A couple of units gonna drop on the south side. Here we go. They're gonna unload next to that Nexi. That probe's trying to run for his little life, but nope, decides it's not even worth it, man. A drop goes in the main at the same time. Uh-oh. Florencio has to cancel the 4th. His army going to the main base. He's gonna recall it. A big recall. The hot pickup from Pilot. The hot pickup from Pilot. He does get it. Saves the drop at the last second and counter dropping into the 3rd at the same time. Continuing this multi-pronged aggression, hitting from the south and the north at the same time. I feel like somewhere out there in some Heroes of the Storm Nexus, Kalaris is excited because when he sees units from the north, the south, the east, and the west, he does get a little bit randy. But Void Rays here, Stalkers, Colossi, and what do we have at home? A tank, a few Vikings, and a turret. That's actually fantastic defense against a Stalker Colossi push. Pilot should be able to hang on to this expansion. And literally 0 units at home. Florencio's use of control groups looking splendid right now. Redrops in the main, and a drop coming in to hit the natural at the same time. Florencio's in trouble. Recall is off cooldown. Oh, he starts up more Void Rays. He's going to try and attack. A Widowmine gets a big hit. The tanks are sieged. The Void Rays are going to come in. But no, there's no way Florencio can win that fight. He runs away. His fucking tail tucked between his legs. The drop in the main has moved back. The drop in the third has done damage. These probes are just idling right now. There's 24 probes in the natural. A whole gaggle of probes hanging out over there. That third nexus going down. Florencio is so far ahead in this game, but he has decided that putting his whole army in one control group and moving it about randomly was the way to push his advantage to the next level. I'm not going to question it. He's Florencio. He's a genius. I'm just a fucking basic bitch with my fucking 64 IQ. Florencio's 400 IQ is a bit too much for me to handle. Finally, that drop gets snapped, but at the same time, the third has fallen. Florencio rebuilding the fourth below this, just hoping it doesn't get scouted. A couple of Chad Rays, a couple of Colossi and Stalkers going to work their way back to defend that fourth base. Pilot here picking up. He's going to try and boost away, but he might get intercepted. There's Chad Rays, there's Stalkers, and the boost runs out at the worst possible moment, sandwiched between those Protoss units, and Pilot's army goes down. Pilot here desperately needs a third base. What happened to that third? It's down there, but he hasn't set up the defenses yet. He's got to get his army down there. His Marauder count especially is very low right now. He's got an upgrade lead. He's got a few Vikings. Oh, the Chad's going in first. The Chad's going in on their own. They're getting massacred. One Chad goes down. Quick turnaround from Florencio. The tank siege up. Uh-oh. The bio stims. The Stalkers are going to go down, and that is a pretty good engagement here for Pilot, but actually a bunch of the bio runs off. They're having a laugh. They're not even fucking helping, man. The Vikings will go forward, though. All the Chads are gone, and it's just a bunch of Colossi left in the open ground. Good recall. Florencio will pull back to safety, but he's down. He's behind. He's in trouble after taking an epic lead in the early game. Florencio is trying to Joe DiMaggio the fuck out of this game. He's really just, he's just warming up that arm. He's working it hard, but it is very, very hard to throw from the early game he was in. He's going to try to make it happen, though. Florencio now rebuilding his third base. He's managing to do it. He's got a few probes extra in the main. He can transfer down to that base. Back on the other side, we see the production being added on. More barracks, a second starport, an armory going down to improve those upgrades. More tanks, Marines, Marauders, and Vikings. That will be the secret to this game. Meanwhile, Zealots still building out of non-warp gate gateways. Florencio, you fucking wizard, I love you. More Void Rays being built 3 at a time. Nexi building all over the shop. Both the third and the fifth being built at the same time. Missile turrets going down here for Pilot, realizing he's up against a very weird Colossi Void Ray composition. Drops a couple scans, says, okay, you've got some Colossi. You're rebuilding that base too. Little does he know, there's a base right there. His drop, though, on the south side is going to find it. We've got Pilot coming in here with a sick drop. And this should be useful. Quick reaction. Florencio. Oh, fuck. He's definitely got Neeb over. Tosses the controller to Neeb. He pulls the workers. Moves his army to the south side. The drop withdraws, though. Pilot has shown some good multitasking with these drops before. Marine Marauder clearing up this probe. He's gaining a bit more map control. Is Pilot. Those drops have done the work. There's still a Pilot on the left-hand side, though. And we do see more and more Chad Rays building up. We got a couple of gateways. Nothing building out of the Robo gateways right now. It's all just Chad Rays. A single Stalker on the way as well. Behind this, Marauders, more siege tanks. Still no add-ons on those barracks. Does stim in here. Will take out 1 or 2 probes, but then he's going to have to get the hell out of Dodge. That one Marine left on the ground. His body gets fucking smeared across the floor. And this Medevac's going to pull back for the moment. We've got a Chad Ray counterattack moving down the north side of the map, while the Stalkers and Colossi defend on the bottom right. So the Void Ray is going to move down this flank. They will find, you can see they're queued up on an attack path, and exposed mineral line. Do some damage there, and of course he can always recall out of trouble. But at the same time, Pilot actually very unfortunately moves out just before the Chad Rays come in here. They're going to come in on the back of that natural. The Chad Rays coming in. They're going to start trying to do some damage. Uh-oh. A lot of SCVs in the open. The Chad Rays turn on their prismatic alignment to get 0 bonus damage against these non-armored SCVs. But, oh, that's armored. And, oh, shit, that command center is going to fall. Holy fuck. Florencio forcing Pilot to just YOLO. He dives in. Oh, shit. Colossi in the open. They're getting massacred. The Void Rays are not here to protect them. The Marine Marauder Viking just jumps on top of it. Pilot here. Oh, my God. He catches the fucking ball, and he says, really? You're gonna throw the ball? You gonna throw it to me? Okay. Florencio recalls the Void Rays. He's got so many Void Rays. I mean, how many Marines do we have on the ground? I think there might just be too many Marines. 16 Marines with 1-1 stim. Only a couple of medevacs, not a lot of energy. Only 5 Vikings. He's trying to go mass air, but they've only got +1, and I feel like stim Marines are going to be more than a match. He's going to have to kill the Vikings really quickly and then just try and overwhelm that air army. There's no Colossi to roast these Marines right now. Florencio, I don't know if he could possibly bring this back. It looks like he might finally be getting a taste of his own medicine. Pilot comes in with the big stim. The Vikings disappear. The probe pull does absorb a bit of damage. Now it's just Marines up against Void Rays. Is there going to be enough? The Marine count is dropping. The Void Ray count also dropping. But I don't think there's enough. There's not enough Marines. There's still 6 Void Rays, 7 Void Rays standing strong. And even though that Nexus goes down, the Void Rays are going to wear this army down. Oh, units popping and dying immediately, but the medevacs are gone. And now these Marauders are on a timer. Florencio here gonna hold on against this push. The Void Rays making it happen, but he's got no mining left. He's down to 3 probes. He had to pull everything in to win that battle. And if Pilot can just get enough Marines up behind this, he'll be in a good spot. That Void Ray goes down. These These Void Rays gonna chase across the map. There's a 4th base mining. There's a wall of turrets. There's 3-2 upgrades and non-stop Marine production on the way. Now, there's not actually that many Marines being built at a time, only 7, but surely you only need about 20, 25 Stim Marines to take out this many Void Rays. He's just got to keep them together until he's ready, and those missile turrets will buy him a lot of time. The Marines slowly starting to come out here. The missile turrets gonna buy very important time. Right now, those Void Rays are actually too much for that Marine count. The Void Ray is gonna come in. I mean, okay, 1 Void Ray gets snapped, but he's gonna lose a few Marines for it. The Void Rays are going to come forward. And the Marine's going to come. I think they might be taking the fight too early. You don't need to hold this base, Pilot. He snaps a Void Ray. Oh, Void Ray's pulling back. Neeb there, working his magic with that Xbox controller. You can tell Neeb is in control of this game. He's got to get the value out of every single unit, but he doesn't have a lot of tools to work with. Pilot snaps 1 more of those Void Rays. Vikings coming in as well. The last few Void Rays. It's just 4 Chads left. They've got a fucking big dream here, which is taking out the entire Terran base, but I don't know if it's going to happen. Pilot is going to lose this base. The Drilly boys give up on it. No, more Marines coming in. Pilot goes 1 more wave of stim. Yet another Chad falls. It's just 3 brothers and a whole bunch of Marines gunning them down. It's the last Chad standing. Doesn't matter how much you've been laid in your life, buddy. You can't make it happen versus Stim Marines. Chad Rays not going to make it work. An amazing early game from Florencio. Pilot, his rage boner was indeed fulfilled there in the end after that early game. Remember how that started, guys? Stacking up the workers, drilling into Pilot's main base, and then just A-moving and almost fucking taking him out. Pilot immediately getting cocky and saying, like, fuck you, you know, you can't win, leave the game and shit like that. But Florencio got way ahead off the opening, occupied him while his single probe at home built an economy, and then unfortunately was unable to deal with the multi-prong drops. Good shit. Nice.